Have you ever looked at the map of Middle-earth and wondered what secrets lie within its borders? From the peaceful Shire to the dark lands of Mordor, every location tells a story that shapes the fate of its inhabitants. Join us as we uncover the hidden meanings behind Tolkien's geography and discover how the very land influences the epic tales of heroism, friendship, and sacrifice. Let's embark on this journey together. Before we continue further, if you could take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel, it would mean the world and help us share more tales of Arda. Now let's return to the story. Chapter 1: The Canvas of Creation. When the first readers opened The Hobbit and later The Lord of the Rings, their eyes were drawn before all else to the map. Mountains carved in ink, rivers curling like veins through the parchment, and tiny names, the Shire, Rohan, Gondor, Mordor, whispered of places unseen, yet deeply alive. For Tolkien, the map was not a decoration. It was the beating heart of his legendarium, a foundation of truth upon which myth could stand. He once wrote, "I wisely started with a map." And indeed, every valley, every forest, every shore of Middle-earth grew outward from that first act of creation, a geography born before the story, a world that demanded to be inhabited. The map is not merely a record of where things are, it is a reflection of what they mean. Look closely, and you will see that Middle-earth is a mirror of moral and spiritual geography. The gentle west, home of the elves and the sea's long call to Valinor, stands for memory, purity, and the ache of leaving. The dark east, where shadow festers in Mordor's ash and flame, is the realm of tyranny and despair. Between them lies the land of men, the uncertain middle ground, ever torn between wisdom and ruin. Tolkien's world is not static, it breathes. Mountains are not simply elevations, they are barriers of fate. Rivers are not water, they are time. The distances that stretch between places are not empty space. They are the measure of growth, of sacrifice, of the long road of the heart. Chapter 2: The Shire, the stillness before the storm. There, in the green hollow of the Shire, the map begins. A land of winding lanes, low hills, and sleepy hearths. The Shire seems at first insignificant, a small patch of peace lost in the vastness of Middle-earth. Yet its placement on the map reveals its meaning. Tucked far to the west, close to the elves' fading lands, it stands as the last remnant of innocence, the echo of a time before ambition and war. When we trace Frodo's journey from Bag End to the borders of Mordor, we trace more than a physical path. We trace the transformation of spirit, the hobbit's quiet heart carried eastward into the furnace of the world. Each step away from the Shire is a step away from simplicity, from safety, from the self he once was. The hills of Hobbiton slope gently, the rivers flow clear, yet they are bordered by maps of lands that speak another language. Rohan's wild plains, Gondor's proud towers, Mordor's choking dark. The Shire's soft greens fade into browns, then to black, as though the ink itself foretells the coming corruption of the ring's power. "Home is behind, the world ahead," sang Pippin beneath the stars. That song is the heartbeat of the map, the call of every road that leads into danger and every heart that dares to follow. Chapter 3: Mordor, the Heart of Shadow. And then, far in the east, the map darkens. There lies Mordor, a word drawn in stark black letters, like a wound upon the parchment. Its borders are jagged, its lands enclosed by cruel mountains, as though the very bones of the earth sought to contain the evil within. Yet the map cannot contain it. The shadow spills beyond, staining even the air of nearby lands. To stand before the mountains of shadow is to stand before despair itself. Frodo and Sam's journey through the desolation of Gorgoroth is one of unmaking, a world stripped of color where even memory falters. Mordor is not merely the domain of Sauron, it is the consequence of his will. The geography itself bends under domination. No life grows, no river runs pure, no wind carries joy. The land obeys the ring's master, and thus it mirrors the nature of evil, to corrupt, to flatten, to erase all difference. Mordor's place on the map is deliberate. It is the farthest reach from the sea, the ultimate exile from grace. The further east one goes, the further from redemption. Here, the ring's burden grows heaviest, for the very stones cry out with the memory of pain. In its black plains and red fires, Tolkien gives form to the unseen, the soul's darkest valley, where every traveler must confront his own weakness. Chapter 4: Gondor and the Fall of Glory. South of Mordor's dread peaks lies Gondor, once the mightiest realm of men. On the map, it gleams like a citadel against the dark, its white city a bulwark of the west. But look closer. Its rivers split and bend, its borders shrink, its neighbors grow wild and uncertain. The geography itself tells of decline. Gondor stands proud, but isolated, hemmed in by shadow. The White City is carved in 7 circles, rising from the plain to the citadel like a stairway of time, each level a memory of former greatness. And upon the map, Minas Tirith faces directly toward Mordor, as though locked forever in defiance. It is a silent dialogue written in mountain and plain, one land of fire, each watching the other. When Denethor peers eastward from his high throne, the lines on the map blur into fate. He does not see the Pelennor fields or the river Anduin. He sees the unending approach of darkness. The geography of his despair becomes the geography of Gondor itself, proud, wounded, and fading. And yet from this landscape rises renewal, the returning king, the rekindled hope. When Aragorn crosses the Anduin and enters Minas Tirith, he reclaims more than a crown. He reclaims the balance of the map, the harmony of east and west, shadow and light. Chapter 5: The Roads Between. Between the Shire and Mordor, the map winds through many lands: the green plains of Rohan, the grey wood of Fangorn, the broken hills of Emyn Muil. Each region is distinct, yet they form a continuous thread, the great tapestry of Middle-earth. Rohan's open grasslands speak of freedom and honor. Its people live close to the earth, and the map reflects it. Few cities, many roads, open space unconfined. Contrast this with the deep forests of Lothlorien, where the trees themselves mark boundaries of time. The map narrows there, paths twisting and fading, as though the mortal world hesitates before the realm of the immortal. Even the rivers tell stories. The Anduin runs from the north down to the sea, like a silver spine that binds the world together. It carries with it history, elves sailing westward, men building cities upon its banks, orcs crossing under moonlight. It is the current of destiny, and the map follows its long descent as one might follow a life from youth to its final rest. For those who journey across Middle-earth, the map is both guide and prophecy. The further east they travel, the heavier the ink, the darker the tone. Yet always there is motion, from innocence to knowledge, from stillness to struggle, from home to the heart of all things. Chapter 6: The Echo of Ages. Tolkien's map is not only of space, but of time. Beneath its rivers and peaks lie older worlds, Beleriand, drowned beneath the sea, Numenor, vanished into myth. The map we know is but the latest chapter of Arda's long story, its lines drawn over the ruins of ages. The fading of the elves, the rise of men, the ruin of Sauron, all are traced upon this surface. If one could peel back the ink, layer by layer, they would find older shapes beneath. The lands of the First Age, the journeys of the Silmarils, the footprints of the Valar themselves. The geography of Middle-earth is the geography of memory. Each mountain, each sea, is a scar or a song from the world before. Even the stars above the Shire are the same that shone over Gondolin and Doriath. Time moves on, but the map remembers. Chapter 7: The Legacy of the Map. When the War of the Ring ended and the Fourth Age began, the maps too began to fade. The elves sailed, the dwarves withdrew, and the lands of men changed beyond the reckoning of the old world. Yet, in every fan's hand today, that map remains, a portal to the age when mountains spoke and rivers sang. To look upon it is to walk once more with Frodo and Sam across the Ashen Plain, to ride with Theoden beneath the banners of the Mark, to see the white city gleaming against the dawn. The lines on that paper hold more than direction, they hold destiny. So when you next unfold Tolkien's map, do not see mere geography. See the heartbeat of a world, the measure of courage, of faith, of hope unbroken. For in the end, every road, every river, every mountain leads back to one truth, that the journey itself is the story of Middle-earth. And though the lands have changed, though the elves have gone and the seas have widened, the map remains, a living memory of the world that was, and a promise of what still endures. If you enjoyed this journey through the hidden meanings of Middle-earth's map, venture further into our tales of Arda, where every valley, every star, and every shadow still has a story to tell.